Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have some more topics as usual, and this time we have Master P with a throwback Eminem post and a caption to go with it, a nod to past events which we will explore in this one, including reactions. And we also have hip-hop fans reacting to a huge poll that pitted Eminem against Travis Scott in the quarterfinals, done by one of the biggest rap pages on IG. And the overall results have quite the spectacle, to be honest, with some claiming to quit rap music if things don't go their way, as we'll explore in a bit. But before we get started, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll start with Master P, and recently he took to IG to share this throwback picture with the caption, "When you come from poverty, don't be afraid to grow, change, and better yourself. Don't go backwards, go forward. There's no limit to your dreams at Eminem." And before we explore some reactions to this, it's important to remember that Master P's record label No Limit, according to P, nearly signed Eminem, and in an interview with Hip Hop DX from 2015, this is what he said on that. "Anybody you can think of called me for advice or thinking, what can I do to get with No Limit? From Eminem to T.I. to anybody you can think of, we done had that conversation where they wanted to be with No Limit." And then he also dropped this about Pac. "It was sad. Pac was thinking, what could I do? Same thing with Snoop Dogg. People started checking for us because they knew we was making money." And from an MTV report back then on this, it reads, "Imagine Eminem over the chilling Beats by the Pound production. It strictly amounted to just talk, but it would have been an interesting era had Pac lived to sign and join Snoop Dogg, who recorded 3 albums on No Limit and Eminem." Of course, some people doubt that this happened. For instance, under a report on this back then, one user stated, "I've been a fan of Peace for years, but he lies about so much. He didn't even make it through 1 year of college. I highly doubt Eminem or Pac wanted to sign with No Limit." But on Master P nearly signing Eminem, Silk the Shocker, Master P's brother, gave the reason why they passed up on Eminem in an interview with Hip Hop DX, where he stated, "We knew Eminem was super talented. We just didn't know how to make the transition with a white rapper, but hey, we messed up on that one. We definitely was close to signing Eminem." Now, in reaction to this throwback post, some believe this. Should have did a song together, would have been interesting, and some are wondering what's going on due to the wording in the caption of No Limit. Is Eminem a No Limit soldier now? I've not listened to any of his stuff in a decade. Funny how people who don't check for Eminem's music are always right there in the comments to post about him, and this user got this reaction, so what, you don't matter. And if you see how Eminem's numbers have been going, he's still doing it big despite the false narratives. When one leaves, hundreds of new fans are there to replace. And even under a post that states 2 legends, these people still had the time to leave comments for an artist they don't care about. 2 legends? Laughing emojis. Eminem is not a legend, bro. And Eminem really brings out the salt he could supply the world at this point if he chose to. P and the culture vulture. And seeing that spelling, a user dropped a feed in response, "He did vault a few careers, lol." And over on Twitter, here's an unrelated post about Eminem that sums up the constant drama. In my opinion, it's a good sign Eminem gets dragged and negatively compared to every other rapper on a daily basis. That means he's still relevant as F. If he wasn't, no one would care or get mad about him anymore. This is fuel for Eminem. I get cancelled like once a day, why would I go? It's more fun to stay. And heading back to reactions to P's post, on Twitter a user expands, "Y'all ever wonder why it's only the people like El Jamar and associates that find a problem with M's whiteness in hip-hop? And from where I stand, it's mostly the underachievers that often have a problem with him due to his success." But on the discussion of alternate realities, the user states, "It's crazy to think that Master P almost signed Eminem to No Limit, how different things would have turned out," which got this reaction. "I have a feeling it most likely would have been pretty short-lived." Save your thoughts on this for later. And moving on to the next point, the popular rap page on IG with 7.5 million followers conducted a poll that started with 64 rappers. And so far, Eminem has made it to the quarterfinals, where he was leading before it ended. And as you can see, it was quite close, hence reactions like this. Only reason Trav has votes is because of Fortnite kids, same thing with Drake. And on Drake, he was leading Kendrick Lamar that sparked this. "I just can't believe y'all are gonna let Drake beat Kendrick." Travis beat Kanye West and Eminem beat 21 Savage to make it to the quarters, and based on the results, some can't believe it, hence this popular reaction. How did Travis win against Kanye and lose to Eminem? Quite the odd take, since on streaming platforms for instance, Eminem's always had more followers/subscribers, an objective measure of who's more popular, but hey, some are about to quit rap music as it stands. Bro, if Eminem beat Travis, I'm never listening to rap ever again. And this reminds me of the popular Genius poll from December 2020, where Eminem ended up as the winner of the bout as Lyricist of the Year that brought out the sword. And I remember a user said it straight when someone claimed Run the Jewels, Conway the Machine were better lyricists this year. With this, then their fans should have voted for them. It's fan voted. It would be interesting to see how this turns out, but over to you guys, comment below and see you on the next one.